Hey man, I just made 2 mil an hour for my last hour. How good is that? It's not that good actually. I just finished off my Araxo leg, and I'm going to sell that for over 100 mil. What am I doing? How's it going, guys? So in this video today is another money making video, and I do hope it helps you out. Now, I did do one earlier on, and I do tend to try and stay away from money making videos, but the previous one that I did, people were saying that it was a little bit too low on profits and things like that. Now, the reason being was that was trying to be a bit AFK, but also not too high levels where not everyone can do it. But in this video, I'm going to go over a lot higher requirements and better income methods, and hopefully this will help you out. So if it does, do like and subscribe, guys, and let's not waste any more of your time. Just a quick note, guys, if I do sound a bit strange today, I am sick, I am full of a cold, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try and make videos for you guys. So the first method that we are going to get into is killing Araxi. This is going to make you between probably 8 to 10 mil an hour. It could be a hell of a lot more depending on how lucky you get, but don't worry about it too much on luck. Over the average hours, you are going to be making between 8 and 10 mil an hour, and that's a solid amount of money. So the requirements for this boss are going to be probably 95 prayer, 96 summoning and herblore for overloads, and also I would probably recommend having max combat stats in whichever style you're using. For example, if you are going to use melee, which is probably faster kills, then having max melee will definitely help you out. However, the minimum I would recommend would probably be 90 in the combat style, just so you can use noxious weaponry or tier 90s, and this is just going to help you speed up your kills a hell of a lot more. Obviously, faster kills means more money. But if you don't have 90 in that combat style, don't stress. You can still do Araxi, but it's just not going to be as much money. And being as a money making guide at the moment, I would recommend having those stats just to, you know, make as much money as you possibly can. But Araxi is definitely still worth your time, and you're going to get quite a bit of money just from doing it on a lower bit of a lower level. Just a few quick notes to make on Araxi. I would recommend bringing with you an Araxite pheromone. Now, this will just remove the need for an instance, and any money saved is going to be money made to your hour of money making. So if you do have one of those, I would recommend you bring it along. And also, what you're going to be hunting for during Araxi is definitely going to be the legs. However, don't get too bummed out if you don't get any pieces during the hour or the next 3 hours even. You can go dry quite a lot, but they will come, and the drops from Araxi themselves actually do add up quite a lot. Onyx bolt drops are quite a lot per kill, onyxes, all that sort of stuff, so it's still definitely worth putting your time in, as by the time you will have made a leg, then you probably have been making around about 10 mil an hour, unless you get incredibly lucky, like most people that I seem to know that isn't me, and manage to bag yourself 2 out of the 3 pieces in the first hour. So good luck with that one, guys. The second method isn't quite the profit as killing Araxi. It is only 2.5 mil an hour, but the reason I've included this is because it's a method that I really enjoy doing, mainly because it's really easy to AFK it. You don't really need to bring any gear or resources with you. You can literally just load a preset, come here, AFK, and I love to do it on mobile and just make a bit of cash while I'm not doing it. I would recommend having a legendary pet for this. However, if not, then area loot will work perfectly fine. Obviously, the more AFK you're going to be doing this, the less money you're going to make. So we'll go based off of the fact that you're not AFKing to begin with. That'll make you the 2.5 mil an hour. But going AFK, you will still be able to make about 2 mil an hour. That's about what I make on an average trip. So to do this method, you are going to need 90 Slayer, and also I would recommend having 92 Prayer for Soul Split and 90 Dungeoneering for the Bone Crusher and the Demon Horn Necklace. Also, I would recommend bringing gear-wise the Supreme Void. Now, this is going to increase your damage quite a bit. Also, it doesn't degrade, and it's just, you're not going to take too much damage here. With Void and using Soul Split, you're not going to have to worry about taking too much damage and not going to need any food whatsoever. Items that you'll probably want to bring with you are going to be the Enhanced Excalibur if you do have this. Also, I would really recommend having the Aggression Scrimshaws. This is going to make it AFK for you. You don't have to pay too much attention once you've activated this. And if you do have a Vampirism Scrimshaw, then this will help make sure that even if one of the big mother hugger dark beasts do spawn, then you don't have to worry about that too much, and your person won't lose any health while fighting that either. So teleport to the Mourner tunnels with your crystal seed, run up the path, get into the middle of the room, and if you do have a legendary pet, then now is the time to make sure that you do have this legendary pet out. However, if you don't, like I say, area loot is perfectly fine. And once you're here, all you're going to want to do is chuck on Soul Split, make sure Auto Retaliate is on, make sure the action bar is set up, and turn on your Aggression Scrimshaw. Now, all you're going to want to do now is AFK, and let your person do all the work for you. If you have a legendary pet, then you can set up your action bar in a way that you kill them slow enough, which will reduce your profit, to where your pet will pick up every single item. However, that's what I do, but if you wanted to the max sort of profits, then just kill these as quickly as you can, use AoEs, all that sort of good stuff, and then area loot, and that's going to make you your 2.5 mil per hour. One last quick tip for this method is bring along some magic notepaper or a spring cleaner. You are going to get a lot of rune salvage. This is going to be a big part of your income, and if you can note them up or get them out from a spring cleaner, this is going to make it a hell of a lot easier for you guys to stay here for a longer period of time. The next method I wanted to talk about will realistically make you about 8.5 mil per hour, and it is through rune crafting. This is not AFK whatsoever, but 8.5 mil an hour is absolutely amazing. And this is going to require 90 rune crafting, 82 magic, and 93 summoning. What we are going to be doing is crafting mud runes. Now, this is quite an easy task to actually do, considering what you can do in your setup, especially if you do have the max cape, and that is how I'm going to be showing you guys today. Obviously, if you don't have that, then you can just use a different thing. I would recommend probably using a Ring of Fortune, and teleporting straight to the Grand Exchange might be a bit easier. However, for this method, I will be using the max teleport. So, what you're going to want to do is create a preset with all of the rune pouches that you can possibly get, which is small through to massive. You're also going to want to have a binding necklace on your preset wearing that. This is going to ensure that you get 100% creation on your runes, so that you don't miss any that you could possibly be getting. I would recommend, if you do have access to it, using a ethereal outfit, whether that's the lore one or the infinity one or the other ones. I believe it's a blood one. This is going to allow you to put more ether into it. Also, the head on these outfits does actually work as a wicked hood. If you don't have this, then make sure you bring along a wicked hood with an earth talisman in it. You are also going to need a lumberyard teleport. I would probably just buy quite a few of these to last you for the hour. You are going to be trying to do around about 140 trips per hour, so I would probably just get as many as you can for that and put them in your inventory on your preset. You are going to need water runes to mix with the earth runes that you are making. This is going to allow you to make the mud runes, so bring as many water runes as you can. And also, I would recommend having a rune pouch equipped with astral runes, cosmic runes, and lore runes. Now, the reason for this is if you have access to the lunar spellbook, which I would highly recommend having, this will allow you to repair your pouches once they are broken with NPC contact spell. Also, you're going to need the magic imbue spell anyway, just so that you can actually make the mud runes without needing the water talisman as well. So, once you have made your preset with all of your pouches in your inventory, you'll see me doing it on screen anyway. You can just copy that. What you're going to want to do is open the bank, right click on the massive pouch and press fill, and then load your preset. Using the pure essence that you have in your inventory and from your familiar, you can quickly, as you'll see me do on screen, fill up all the other pouches. So fill them up, take from the Beast of Burden and fill up the rest. Load your preset again from the bank straight away so that all of your rune pure essence is back in your inventory and in your familiar. Then quickly hit your lumberyard teleport. Once you are here, you're going to want to surge up towards the earth altar. Then again, once you are in here, run to the altar. Just as you get to it, cast magic imbue. Then use your water runes on the altar. This will make your mud runes for you. You should get around about 95 mud runes. If you do notice that you are getting a lot less, just check that your rune pouches aren't broken. If they are, just use NPC contact to fix these. If they are not broken, then just make sure you do have a binding necklace equipped. This will mean that you won't miss out on any runes that you are trying to make. Once you've made the runes, just either use your max teleport or whichever teleport you've got to get straight to the bank. And then do the same again, open the bank, fill up your pouch, load your preset, and then teleport straight back to the lumber mill. You're going to want to repeat this for an hour, try and get about 140 trips per hour, and then you can expect to make, like I say, around about 8.5 mil per hour realistically. You can, if you perfect this, don't make any mistakes and really pay attention, do a lot more trips than this, probably getting you closer to about 10 mil an hour, maybe 9.5 mil an hour. So if you do want to put that time and effort in, this was just a realistic sort of way to tell you guys that you can make 8.5 mil an hour just crafting mud runes. So the next method that I wanted to talk about is killing necks. I'm going to try my best to make sure this is not a guide on killing necks. However, killing necks can actually make you around about 10 mil an hour. This is going to be based off of soloing necks, and I would highly recommend having the following stats. 99 range, as you are going to want to be able to kill as many necks as you can per hour, and you are going to be wanting to use range for this. So I would also recommend having 96 Herblore for overloads, 95 Prayer to at least use the tier 95 damage cursors, and also I would probably recommend having 96 Summoning if you aren't too experienced with necks for a pack yak. If you are, then a Shadow Nihil will help you get faster kills, and faster kills means more money. This method is going to be assuming you do have the max portal. If you don't, then necks can still be good money if you go maybe in a duo and get a few more kills per hour, but having the max portal is going to allow you to reset every single kill and make sure that you only verse necks when they are deflecting mage. Gear that I would recommend you have for this kill is going to be the Supreme Void. This is going to allow you to do quite a lot of damage. Also, if you have a Void and Torva boots on, then necks will not chase you around the room and absolutely destroy their living hell out of you. I would recommend using range, so Noxious Longbow or Ascensions are going to be incredibly useful. Obviously, if you can get a Zaros Godbow, then by all means bring the best range weapon that you possibly can. Also, I would recommend making sure that you do have a shield, so maybe a Vengeful Kite Shield, and it may benefit you to bring a Spirit Shield with you. That's completely optional. It does sometimes help if you sort of mess up in the Ice Prison. You can chuck on your Spirit Shield last second and tank it up. Once you are geared up and ready to fight next, you are going to be trying to get 12 kills per hour, and obviously these may change depending on your experience and how well your DPS rotations are. Now, Nex does have a massive rare drop table, and obviously all of the Nex armors are in this, so you can make quite a lot of money if you do get these. You are going to be aiming for things like the Torva plate body, obviously that's a lot more, but you can probably expect to get these fairly commonly doing 12 kills per hour. However, if you don't get it in the first hour or the first 2 hours, don't panic. By the time you do get something, it does generally even out your profit to around about 10 mil per hour doing Nex. So basically all you're going to be doing is entering through the max portal to the next room. Make sure you have your ancient ceremonial robes on. Get into the next bank, re-gear up with your preset, jump into the next kill, do the kill as quickly as you can, grab your loot, straight back to the max guild, reload your preset with your ancient ceremonial gear, back to the next bank and rinse and repeat. Like I say, you are aiming for that 12 kills per hour for your 10 mil profit per hour. The final money making method on this list is going to be killing Calgarian Demons. This is going to be around about 4 mil an hour, but you do get around about 350,000 combat XP per hour as well, so it's going to be something that's quite worth your time, especially if you're not yet 99 in the combat style that you will be using, which I do recommend using magic at Calgarian Demons. However, you probably could get away using melee as well. I would probably only recommend using melee. However, if you do have the upgraded Dark Light, this is going to make sure that you can do a hell of a lot of damage. If you do have upgraded Dark Light, it's probably actually better to use that than using magic. However, in this method I am going to be using magic, so the requirements to kill the Calgarian Demons is going to be 90 Dungeoneering and 90 Slayer to be able to kill the monsters and access the dungeon. I would recommend having 90 combat stats in magic or melee if using melee with the upgraded Dark Light, 95 Prayer and 87 Summoning for the Ice Nihil. I would also recommend having access to overloads. So the Calgarian Demons do actually drop quite a lot of stuff. A lot of it is going to be noted herbs, and also you can bring with you some magic note paper or a spring cleaner for all of that awesome salvage. So I would recommend not doing this as an AFK. As much as you can come with an aggression scrimshaw and AFK for a bit of profit, maybe half of it being about 2 mil an hour, I would recommend coming with Revolution activated and just sort of doing this as fast as you can, killing these off. you are going to want to try and get around about 200 kills per hour, and this will allow you to get the 4 mil per hour here. So what you're going to do is teleport to Daemonheim with the Ring of Kinship. Follow me on screen now. Once you get to this dungeon, enter the dungeon, go down, and this will be a room full of Calgarian Demons. So chuck on Soul Split, pot up, and get to work killing these off. Use your area loot to pick up any items, and you can either note or have the Spring Cleaner take care of your salvage. And like I say, once you've done this by the end of the hour, you can expect up to about 4 mil per hour. So that is going to be the 5 money making methods that I wanted to bring you today, and I do hope they help out quite a lot. Now, you can make quite a lot of money doing this. I just wanted to sort of make it clear to you guys that money in RuneScape does come from getting out there and just really just putting the grind in, doing bosses over and over and over, getting the drops, things like that. Obviously, there is bosses that are better than the ones I've mentioned. If you want to go and do Telos, you're going to be able to make a hell of a lot more money. But I didn't want to put Telos as a money-making method just because it's not really a money-making method. It's going to be a high-level boss that everyone knows about, but not everybody can do. So it's not like I can put it in and say, oh yeah, go and do Telos, you can make 50 mil an hour, woo! No, that's not something that you can do. So I do try and keep these methods realistic, but I know that you guys did want something a little bit more profitable from the comments on my previous money-making videos, so I do hope these have helped. If so, make sure you do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye. I just wanted to take this chance at the end of the video just to let you guys know about this RuneScape 3 series that I've been doing. So I have been struggling, obviously being ill and stuff, being busy as well, to make the time to actually start progressing quite a lot more in this video. I am working on it, and it's not something that I am stopping. You guys seem to really enjoy it, so it's definitely something I'm going to stick with. I just wanted to let you guys know why the video hasn't been out yet. It is definitely still a work in progress, and any money made from this video is still going to be included in that series. So if you see that I do have a bit of extra cash, that's going to be because I've obviously tested these methods before I've actually told you guys about them. I don't want to give you rubbish. One last little side note, that if anyone has got to this part of the video, I do assume that you are one of my viewers that like to watch to the end, and I do highly appreciate that. However, I did want to put to you guys, I am looking at possibly playing Arcade Unchained when it does come out. So how about you guys let me know in the comments section what you guys think about this. I don't want to maybe only just get stuck on RuneScape. I love RuneScape and I definitely don't want to stop playing it, but I think it might be quite nice to be able to have a little bit of variety in the content. Still MMOs, but this game does look quite promising when it's coming out. Arcade was a good game, and obviously if they're removing all the pay to win aspects of it, it is an MMO that I am quite interested in trying. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think about that, and if you'd like to watch anything to do with that. And that is pretty much all I had to say. So thanks for watching this far if you have, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.